Hey guys and gals, let's build Megapolis City by LEGO Monkie Kid. This is set number 80054. Contains 2,330 bricks, retails for $189.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. And that's essentially what we're going to be building here. So, I don't know, it looks kind of... I can't put my finger on it yet. And since this set's got a lot of parts, we're going to keep the parts in the bags, and we're just going to go through it as we go. So you do have two building guides here. Got the same thing on the front. And it just jumps right on in. I believe there's no storyline behind it, and that's where it starts. And before we really get into the build, let's take a look at the stickers. Yes. First thing is we got this vinyl gold thing here. That's pretty cool. Looks like a cinnamon swirl, huh? Or somebody's vaping it up with the vape pen. And then we have 3 sets of stickers. And yes, I don't know what LEGO was thinking, but that's a lot of stickers for this. I mean, it's just, it's a lot. Yeah. We already know what grade this is going to get, and probably about maybe a third of my time is going to be spent putting these on. These kind of remind me more of the classic stickers that I grew up with when I was a kid. I got to be careful not to use that. Somebody in my household got offended over it. I was a kid. I was at one time, and that's it. And the set has 28 bags. If you watch the unboxing and the review, I mentioned there was 26. No, there's 28. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff to go through. Lots of stuff. Alrighty, let's get everything situated here. We're going to start with bag 1. In fact, I got to see if they have a digital manual. Smell that ABS. It smells good, doesn't it? Alright, so here we go. And we also have a bulk bag around here. It has some of this stuff in it. You're going to need to open this up too. Alright, it's perforated at the top, so we can just pull that open. And we'll take a look at some of the parts in here. So, all these gold rings. 2 8x16 plates. A track piece for a roller coaster. And it looks like we got ourselves a 16 stud long cross axle in the bag. Well, I just need just this right now. Put this other stuff back in for safekeeping. Alright. My brain's turned off. I'm done with work-related stuff. So now we can build. And I got a lot of things to kind of discuss from the last video we've done because a lot of things have come up. If you noticed, on the main channel I've been smashing out car vehicles or videos and all that stuff. So you're going to see a lot of cars and stuff of that nature on my channel. And I don't know his name, so we'll just have to call him somebody. I've never seen those in that color before. I gotta remember work right here. And I've been trying to get a lot of these parts sorted. I had a question asked, what do I actually do with these sets LEGO sends me for free? First off, these sets are not for free. I have to review these and get them done by a deadline. I can't just put this in my stash and just build it when I'm in the mood. And 2, well, it's just how things are with the paperwork. I got to do paperwork with these. Nothing's ever totally free. And this is a bedside build, so that's what we're doing today. And that is actually inked gold. Not warm gold, but inked gold. I think that's what we're doing here. We got some barbells for him. Goes on the back. And if you're watching this video, if you're kind of lost on building stuff, I will try to help you out as much as I can. And we're not even that far in the book, and we're already getting ready to put stickers on stuff. So I need to find sticker number 50 for that. And let's see here. Well, these are in the sticker 50. It starts at 51, so obviously we can't use that one. There it is. So, I mean, we're going to be going through tons of stickers in this set. What do I do with all the stickers when I'm done? Like when I part this set out, some of you are probably going to cringe, but I ripped those stickers right off the bricks. Why? Because I like to use my imagination of what the parts are for. I don't want to be told what to think. It's the beauty about Lego, we can do that. And you just use your imagination. You know, I mean, that's what Lego's for. And yeah, so for mocks, the only thing I did not do in 2023 was the bus and a house. They're in for next year's. Matter of fact, since I have 12 weeks available, I could probably get that. And well, I've already got 25% of my content done for next year. I'm actually managing to get done with a lot of the other stuff that I've been working on. So I guess this is meant to anchor down. And he holds on to this. We're spending like all this time on one minifigure. But I've been trying to get a lot of things done. I got a lot of stuff done too. Now with the holidays. And today I think is the 18th of November 2023. And that's it. That's Monkie Kid, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's got nice print work for his torso, so just too bad the sign wasn't printed. Would have been cool. All right. Now we can get to the big stuff. Now, with 28 bags, I'm assuming there's probably about maybe 75, 80 pieces per bag for 2,330 bricks, so I shouldn't be too strenuous for this set here. We're just going to build and be done with it and move on to the next one. So I think what I'm going to do is break this set down into portions. And I'm talking about, you know, how far do I want to get in this installment. I'm going to try to do 5 bags. Manual 1 has bags 1 through 15. So I think my best bet is to break it down into 3 sessions, unless this goes just super fast. And then I may just do rest. So I'm gonna just at this point I'm gonna say it's gonna have 5 installments. So if you're watching this, you'll have to look out for those. I need to get organized on this channel and put everything in the playlist for your convenience in your viewing, or if you like to binge watch, you don't have to go hunt for all the parts. So that having been said, I got to get off my rear and do that. So I got to fix this channel up. I noticed it's starting to get a good following. I'm almost up to 1,000 subscribers, which is cool, and I appreciate it. So maybe we'll be doing a little bit more on here. More interaction. I'd like to get into live streaming back on here. I don't know what I would do. Maybe we'll just do part sorting parties, and I could do part sorting while I'm chatting, but I can't build while I'm doing these because this won't be released for several weeks. I got probably like 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks to get this done, so I can take my time and just enjoy the build. I've been hounding Lego about that too. It's like, send us these sets early. For me, I want to enjoy the build. That's part of the building experience. If I'm rushing through it to get it done, I'm going to make mistakes, and that's not fun. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of stuff done in terms of tutorials. Hold on. Okay, there is a seam right there. So I thought maybe I did something wrong, but no. That's how it's supposed to be. And yes, my hands are all banged up. I keep scraping my knuckles against the stucco outside. And what am I doing? I had to install a few outlets out in my side patio. So I got that done. And the stucco's not too kind. It bit me. So I managed to get all that done before the holidays. So now what am I doing? I don't know. I got a couple of projects that I want to work on before I go back to work. One of my projects I'd like to do, oh, I got to put this jumper plate down here. One of the projects I want to do is get the bus done, get a camper done, and maybe a new pickup truck. And if I can squeeze one in their house, I could work on all this if I want to. Do a lot of parts sorting videos. I may just do a lot of parts sorting on here. That'd be kind of cool. And just sit here and just chat with everybody. Get a screen set up right here where I can read your comments. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Well, this one's got a lot of parts you got to put in, so you got to be very careful. And for non-Lego stuff, I got to organize my tube caddies, get those going. And got to get some. I mean, I got way too many vacuum tubes I got to go through, and then two. Some coding projects. You know, if I'm got away with that, I'm going to do my own personal stuff. Like I'm working on an ATSC TV tuner project, so I can watch live TV on my iPad. I got the streaming part working. I just need to make it user friendly. So I have to type in commands to turn the channel on the iPad. And I can just use a channel up and down button. My goal is it streams it over. And just to lay in bed and watch the iPad. That's the thing. And now I could buy software, but I'd rather make my own so I can get it the way I want it. And that's pretty much about it. And of course I got to go get a dentist, go to the dentist, get a cleaning. That's not going to happen for maybe a couple of weeks, so I'm not looking forward to that. And we got to put a sticker on this. And that's sticker number 48, so I think it's this sheet here, and that's right there. And, you know, that's a nice map. I may have to save that. I wish that was printed. All right. It just sits here right there. I don't know, maybe that's the bathtub and you have to look at the map for reading material. We don't know. At least this one didn't get stickered on. And so far, well, the build's keeping my interest. We just started, so it's not a, I mean, let's see how well we do on this here. If I can get it, if I can do half of it now, I'll be fine, you know. And my goal is to try not to burn myself out of sets, just to get them done so I can do my own personal stuff. You know, to do my own builds and create my own structures. And I can't remember this guy's name, but he commented on one of my videos. He said on my 1970s kitchen, I had to read it several times. He goes, man, this is probably one of the worst builds you've ever done, just because of the color scheme to capture the 70s color. I had to read it several times, and I thought, oh, I get what he's saying. And I thought, yeah, I mean, back then they had those horrific colors, you know, that was just how it was. And I don't have these in gray. And so I read that comment, it's like, yeah, I mean, like all of us who grew up, you know, who are in our 40s or on up probably remember those colors. Especially when your parents didn't monerize the house and they got the 80s or the 60s, 70s colors in there. I've seen some 80s kitchens, and now 80s kitchens are just kind of, they're kind of just not really appealing. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put some more parts on him. So let me put that in here. We got to go back to page 1. I bet it's on that flag part too. So, and yeah, I do that sometimes. If you're watching this, I do forget a lot of things. So that's just how it is. Give those a happy little home on there. Oh, don't you roll off. I've already lost enough parts on the floor. And there we go. Now we finished it up. And this is what we have remaining in the, we just built the base of some building. Well, I don't want to break my hand on bag 2. It's not a whole lot in there. I don't know. We'll see how far we can get on this. I'm clocking in my time just to see here. And so it looks like it tells you kind of what we're building here. And I'm hoping this is a modular build. It says it's modular for reconfiguration, so I'm really hoping that this is going to be a set that you can build with your friends or family. I wish I could get my bunch into this, but they're more interested in other things. I was trying to get one of my buddies into this, and he's like, oh, no, I'm not into that kiddie stuff. And I thought, well, it's better than vaping up a storm. At least this I can, well, this I'm just copying a picture. I think the reason why a lot of people like building stuff out of Lego bricks is you can see something develop as it goes. It means you had a part in building it. Engineering your own builds are even better. If you ever build your own mocks and stuff, it's more exciting to say, hey, I built that from my mind. There's just some things like, by the time you're watching this, I've already released it. The hatchback coupe, and I believe the moving van. And, you know, sometimes in your building stuff, it's like, man, these are really good builds. I've had somebody told me they like the 4-stud wide cars to make more of them. And, you know, hey, if you want more of those, you just let me know. I can build a certain style for you, you know. That's one thing I probably will never do at this point in time is do that on Patreon. Have only for Patreon subscribers to give me info or help or whatever, because it's not fair to other people. What is this, snow down here? Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. And I remembered, Amio was the name I couldn't remember. I kept thinking her name was Emily, but no, it's Amio. See, I just remember it was a video that I did a while back. I couldn't remember your name, now I remembered it. And then there's Dan, Janet, Snowy. And I think I've seen Britt comment on here a few times. So I get to know you guys and gals more through the comments. I mean, unless you're on my Discord. I don't think anybody on my Discord ever comes on here. Oh, that must be just a box there. I kind of want to see what this is about. I mean, on the box, it looked interesting, but it wasn't. This is not a set that I would normally buy. It's almost $200, you know, and you get a golden frog too. Let's say the chocolate frog, but that's Harry Potter. So we already had to fill out our paperwork to suggest, you know, sets for review. And I was like, send me like creator, modular building, city, friends, the idea sets, very basic stuff that can fit in a city. Because, I mean, stuff like this is more fantasy, and I'm not into fantasy that much. But I always give the builds a whirl. You know, that's the one thing I'm always going to try. There must be some steps that go in here, huh? Oh! I've seen this building technique in a few other creations here. So we're just going to make some steps and put them on this ladder here, like this. So we'll do that real quick. Yeah, we were on a Discord call. We were talking about budgets. My budget, and I'm not embarrassed to talk about. My budget in Lego is only $50 a month. You know, and I'm not going to be bashful about it, you know. I mean, Lego's expensive. I'm not going to go into debt over this hobby. All right, so basically you do this. And honestly, just even under there, it looks like one of those concrete stairs that have the single post in the back. You'd see like in like those apartment complexes. That's what these look like. So, and see how these are 2 plates tall for stairs? All right. When I do stairs, it looks better in houses and stuff, instead of just having the whole block thing. You know, you can do it any way you want, but you know, but it just looks better. Maybe this is the flagpole, we don't know. But yeah. So I'm hoping tonight we can get done with at least part of the book. So yeah, Monkey Kid's not a bad theme. The other themes that I was building with this was like 7, 8, I think there were 8, 9s, I think just 8s and 9s. I mean, it's not a horrible thing to put together. You know, if you're just new to it, and that's it. And well, that's all we have remaining for bag 2. And now we're going to take a look at bag 3. And so far the stickers have been very light, but that's got me worried. We haven't used the brick separator yet, and I think we're going to still be working on it. And so far bags 1 and 2 are merged together, so this will also be used for notes, so I'll have it listed in the description once we get to that point of what pieces are modular. Now you could tell right here, it looks like something snaps on this base. So this right here could just be done. Okay, and it looks like that's it. So maybe bags 1 and 2 just do that. So far, I think maybe 2 people can build this set. Let's open that up first. I'll tell you one thing, trying to find a 19-inch picture tube today, a color picture tube, is very hard. I'm in the midst of restoring an old Pac-Man machine, the cocktail table ones, and the screen only has severe burn-in, but it also has an open filament, so, I mean, it's pretty much been trashed, you know, years of being left on, and without a picture tube, they're useless, and you can buy modern equivalents, you know, LCD monitors or LCD, or maybe somebody could probably make an OLED monitor for it. But I wish I can find a monitor that has the 640 by 480 like pixels, and it's bowed like a regular picture tube, so it looks more authentic. It's hard to find someone, you know, or somebody to make one. I mean, I don't have a fabricating tool to do it. What is this, a projectile launcher? Oh, there's another one. I'm not going to mention what these are on YouTube because they've been filtering a lot of things, and 2, I think we've seen enough shootings in the world, you know. Oh, you know what? If this was in white, make a great piece of toilet paper or a hand towel. Man. Well, we don't. So we have this guy here. I'm not done with him yet. I'm just kind of, I don't know what I'm doing here. I think this thing has like 16 or 20 minifigures. I don't know. Well, she looks like she's obviously mad, and she's got a double-sided head. When I go through the builds, or when I do the minifigures, I'm going to put them on a turntable and just rotate them and just name their names off the best that I can and just be done. Oh, she's got a pair of scissors. Well, I can't get that in her little paw there. I think she's going to give everybody a haircut. And speaking of that, I never even got one. I was supposed to do that before Thanksgiving, and sadly time flew away from me and I didn't get it done. I was trying to get a bunch of other things finished up, and it's just like, yeah, it's a chore that I can live without, and then she's done. Okay, put her over there. Make sure all the parts are included with her. If she wants to take a nap, she can. And yeah, kind of wish I had a partner to help me with putting this stuff together. Matter of fact, I'm the only one supposed to be handling the merchandise anyways. Oh, and on YouTube, if you've noticed, on my main channel, I have it now where I have products in there and stuff like that on YouTube. So, like, they give you a certain a commission if you sell it, and some places were like 1 or 2%. But the bigger department stores are going up to 6, 8, or 10%. I thought, well, those are going to go in there, you know. And I've never seen any product placements, like the advertising on YouTube. They're calling it YouTube shopping. Especially, I do the reviews, so it would probably help. And the links, usually the first one is directly through LEGO. LEGO's working with them. There's a lot of us that do LEGO stuff, so I mean, LEGO's not going to be silly on it. Sometimes their commissions on there are kind of stinky. Not a whole lot. I think it's like 3%, but I figured, well, it just put it on there anyways. I have a bunch of these in reddish brown, and I'm scared to use them. It's a great piece. You could use it for stairs, or you know what you could use these for? Putting roofing tiles on there, roof slopes. That's a good way to make that secured. Yeah, also tomorrow I got firewood coming in. Here they want firewood, and I'm thinking, well, we're going to have a very warm, wet winter this year. I mean, warm. Right now it's like in the 70s. You go outside, it's nice. It's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's nice outside. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's warm outside. It's like tropical. You could sleep out there and not have to freeze to death. And sadly, well, the mosquitoes will get you. I thought about it, get me like a hammock and just sleep outside. Ooh, I like that. This green, this transparent light green. I think that might work with a black light. These are cool. What would you use these for? Stained glass windows, or you could use them as maybe making. I can see it in my mind, like a coffee table or a gaming computer rig, whatever. I think I'm missing something here. I'm missing one more of these. And yeah, I do talk a lot in my videos. I'm going to see if I can sneak in the sounds on these. And this one fits on here. So far it's modular up to this point. Alright. Yeah, I've been trying to get more subs on this channel so we can turn on all the extra stuff on here and do the live streams and all that sort. Have some fun on here. Yeah, but next year though, if the viewership doesn't pick up on the main channel, I'm gonna be focusing more on printed building guides anyways. I'm still gonna do the video tutorials, but I'm gonna be more heavily focused on PDFs. I got to thinking more and more, it's just more beneficial to build something with a PDF. Because I can build something like this and I can talk you through it, but sometimes a PDF file might be the best. Oh, that's the first sign of pop of color we've seen in here other than the figures. It's like right now it's just very humid, but I found out some though about my asthma. We had a dry spell, very dry air. My goodness, my asthma's flaring up. Now It's just my allergies, but no breathing hard. So the moist air, the humid air is actually pretty decent for me, which is pretty good. I think that just fits in that corner there. Dark green tiles, like the quarter round 1x1s. Not too bad. Just gotta find one more here. That are just thrown randomly in here. So what is this? Some kind of moss? Oh, I'm not supposed to put it that close. Oh, I gotta use the brick separator now. Can I even get that out of there? Yeah, I got lucky. Here we go. Yeah, at this point in the video, well, when this video is being filmed, I know LEGO's got their VIP, double VIP on all orders. So I may just snag up some more parts for building. There's a couple foliage parts on my wish list that I would like to purchase. I had somebody ask me, Jay, did they give you parts? Like, no, I wish LEGO would give me the parts. Would be nice. And sad to say they never did. What, LEGO? No 1x6 in purple? Well, that's just disappointing. Right, so we just got done with the purple. I was hoping this would be like dark green or something. I'm looking for oddball colors. Most of this stuff I already have, except for that. Yeah, I did a poll on my main channel, like, what do you guys prefer, 4-stud or 6-stud wide vehicles? And I've been, more people say, oh, I want to see that, I'll start doing more, you know. And I'm supposed to build that on there. Yep. The helicopter should be flying out here now. With all the craziness going on in the world right now, it's kind of sad. There's this webcam I've been watching, sometimes just for background noise or just for sound filling. Venice Beach, the Venice Hotel Beach camera. I'm not sponsoring them or anything like that. It's just, and it's a live feed. It's 24/7, and yeah, you can watch some pretty colorful stuff on there too. And I don't know what that is. Almost like a drill press or something. And that's what I've been kind of just listening in the background. It's got sound. So in a very quiet room, it works very well to hear. So I use that just as a noise filler. Really good. Oh, we're gonna have to put a sticker on a piece of glass. This. Oh, that's gonna get removed. We need 52. Oh, you're gonna make me grab another sticker sheet, huh? Why don't we just finish up the one we started? I need this one with all the blue. I see the blue and I always think of like swimming, like summer swimming pool colors. I still remember the times when I was little, my dad would go, we had an above ground pool, and he would go to the pool supply place and pick stuff up. He'd always have me tag along, which was cool. He used to always like looking at that stuff, and almost everything there was blue. Like they had the liners for the pools and stuff. It was that nice blue. It's like you see that blue, you know summer's coming around. It's like now it's like my built-in pool, the plaster's coming up, and I'm kind of looking into getting some other alternatives for it. Although I can't do it myself. Let me put this thing, I don't know which way it matters. I think the pointed end goes on this side of the tile and this notched end goes there. I don't know if it's critical or not. But I remember those days. What are we talking about summer for? That's depressing. Let's talk about the cold months. Especially some of us who've been, where it's been hot. Must be some kind of a shop window. Yeah, and yes, I can build these faster. I know there's some out there who said that they can build these sets a lot faster. But remember, I'm just kind of enjoying the build. That's the whole point of the build experience, is to enjoy it. Oh, and another coding project I want to do over my winter break is I'd like to work on my resource pack. We have that graphic. Did I put the graphic in backwards? I'm making sure here. No, but the reason why I'm looking at that, because they want this to cover that up. Okay, I don't know. I mean, unless you're supposed to look at it like that. But why, I don't know. We probably will never know. Can always use more bricks. Wish they'd make a cobblestone version of that. Would be cool. Yeah, you just cover that whole window up. Maybe it's meant to be buried in there. We don't know. Or it could be something in there that's secret. This piece doesn't even have a scratch on it. Now, what score am I going to give this so far? It's keeping my interest. The stickers are easy to put on. Right now, it's a 10. Okay. And it's not boring by any means. We don't know yet. Usually when sets start getting to the 2,000 piece range, they start getting dry. So, like I said, I think it just depends on how getting these done quickly. We're gonna see here. We got a shop door, and that's in dark brown. I've heard some people say this color is brittle too. I haven't had any break. Matter of fact, I got to put together that video on whoops, I broke it. Get those parts put in there and talk about them. I know some people are like, well, why do you always do that? Why do you complain about that? Well, it's just to show everybody that that there's still breakage. And I need a sticker number 73. Right there. Usually these go on yellow. No, this is on lime green. So I guess it's where you gotta walk. You've seen some things that have the curb that's painted in yellow, like whoops, watch your step. As you may trip. It's a trip hazard. It's probably what that is. And put that there. Now, could you build bag 1 and 2 together? This is 3. It looks like everything at this point is still pretty much separate. And we need sticker 68. And let's see here. 68 is the spider. Yeah, this is going to be 5 installments full of fun and excitement. There we go. Stick that right in there. I'm sure there's probably another one. No, it's just black. One sticks down. The other one's kind of looks like it's torn. They have it like that. And let's see here. Put that back over there. Whoa, we're gonna be putting stickers on that? No? Wow. Yeah, I may have to edit some of the clearing of the throat in the video. I know some have asked, why don't I just include that? Trust me, I don't know who's eating a meal, and two, that's just kind of not what I want to do here. Huh. Alright. It's a pretty good method. I don't know what I'd use it for, but yeah. Yeah, but for the 1970s kitchen, that was actually supposed to be a modern kitchen. Well, that fell through. Those 4 studs, yep. There we go. And looks like this just gets snapped onto here. Not sure what this is yet. We don't know what this is. This just goes, you gotta put the toilet paper on here. Yeah, I gotta get, if they got these in white, I'm buying those. But red, you could use them for, you know, hand towels for your bathroom or your kitchen. That wouldn't be a total bad part to have, huh? Something a little different. Make sure I got that in there the right way. Must be a fabric shop or something. That's what it is. It could be. That could have been a sewing machine there too. And that's it. Oh, rolling back there. And that's what we have remaining for bag 3. Alright, bag 4 doesn't look too scary, but there's a lot of small parts in there. So, bags 1 and 2 go together. It looks like bags 3 and 4 go together. So I think this is going to be one of those ones, maybe, if I'm guessing, maybe 14 people can put together at one time. Still, it's still not too bad. But this is isolated here, you can pop it off, so. And we're like 45 minutes into the video, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do 5 bags at a time. This manual here, that manual one's got 15. I don't want to stop in the middle of a manual and split it over. Huh, what is that, Miss Pennywise? She comes with the wig too. Oh, there's a skull there. Oh yeah. Use that for a regular minifigure or a Friends doll. Have those club kids. Anybody remembers those? The little group or whatever. Just club kids. They wear the weird clothes and the bright colored hair. And no, I wasn't a club kid. Oh, we got some ingots in purple. Okay, I could use those. These sticks with holder there in reddish brown. If they truly did fix that color, I might be inclined to buy these and just use these for the trees. There we go. And not too bad. Nice print work. Put her over there. And then back to this. I'm going to slide that off to the side. I'm going to get too distracted here. And I notice it's kind of dark in there, huh? Well, this time I got the ring light attached, so let's see what happens if I turn it on. Let's see here. This ring light kind of sings a little bit. Here we go. Alright, that's much better, huh? Now you can see what's going on, because that's with the ring light on. And if I turn it off, see? So it's maybe a little better. Okay. Profile bricks, 1x4. I should make a corner one would be better, or 1x1s. Will they do it? Probably not. But hey, we can only hope, right? I'll tell you one bin I'm overflowing in is 1x4 plates and 1x1 bricks. Those used to be parts I really have a lot of, and I've been scarfing up a bunch of those lately. Okay, a 1x4x3 brick, and it's going to get defaced, so let's get a sticker. That's sticker number 36. So by the time you get to bag 4, you're already hitting all 3 sticker sheets. So you don't want to lose your sticker sheet. So we're looking for 36. It looks like it's that one right there. It only goes on one side of it too. Yeah, but the printing on this kind of reminds me of the really old Lego sets that I used to have when I was a kid. I do miss the old sets. I know Britt does the vintage sets. He recreates them. And I don't know what it is about old Lego sets, though. It's that nostalgia feel. It's like, I like those sets versus the modern equivalents we have today. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these. It's just, I don't know, it's just, I feel like the imagination has been stifled with all the stickers and stuff like that. Custom parts, I can always use those, but like this could be a red donut or something, or well, that does sound good as donuts. Too bad nobody in my house likes them, but yeah, I think that's supposed to be a bed. So when you jump out of the bed, you will go through the doorless door frame and fall down into the void. That's no way to go, huh? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So warning, motion alert. And there we go. Now you can see a bit more. Okay, it's even there. Just checking my work. Yeah, I think maybe just hour-long segments or whatever is fine for these. I'm not going to try to get them all rushed through. You may want to put this little piece in first before that one. What would be nice is just had to stick this column in here. In fact, I'm inclined to do that and just straighten those out. Now that right there sometimes is what hurts the build. You know, some of these sets are not designed for adult hands. And this is how it is. And I'm looking for a stud to put on the bottom of this. Okay. And we got swords that are hanging inside. So, as a matter of fact, put that there because I'm more here anyways. And then we just put them in there. It's a nice cozy little bedroom, huh? Or something. We don't know what that is. Maybe that's where Monkey Kid catches his Z's at. Brings the girlfriend over. We have no clue. And we need to put something here. Okay, I thought this was a door in here. No, this has got some kind of a bar thing. Make sure your holder runs this way. I think it might be critical. Oh. That's kind of gruesome. Right, well, I'll show you here in a second. So we're going to put together a skeleton. Some of you probably already going to guess what we're doing here. And I can always use skeletons. The one-legged skeleton. I wish these had the jiggly arms, but they don't. I remember I made a video, what makes a Lego skeleton, just to talk about the parts on these. It does very well during Halloween. Hey, at least Halloween's over now. I can focus on Christmas. And then he just hangs here. Would have been better if they just had us build him. Yeah, I mean, that's I don't know. Wait a minute, these don't go there, they go there. So yeah, what I'm going to do for these, I may release these videos. Well, I have to release them after their embargo date. I can't tell you when that is. But I have to, well, you'll find out eventually. But I'm gonna release, I don't know if I'll release them all in one day or what. I don't know yet. If you're watching this, well, I don't even know yet, but I'm hoping I can get, I'm going to try to do this week and start editing some of these out now. Get them out of the way. I have to wiggle and jiggle that in there. Sounds like one of my tutorials. Oh, you're going to have to wiggle and jiggle those parts in. That's how it is. And I think there's going to be a roof on this. Maybe that's the mannequin. Since this is like some kind of fabric shop, maybe we're going to size the skeletons up for suits. We don't know. That reminds me of Sims. They had a mod in there where you had evil kids where they would kill the adults. So we'd have the kids in suit and ties and the greased back hair. We'd call them the suits. It was their little game. And you made them mad, they would come after you and it wouldn't be pleasant. So that was just something for fun. I don't do it now with all the violent stuff going on, but it was good harmless fun there at the most. And I may have to raise up the camera a bit more. And we had no parts remaining for bag 4. That's kind of cool there. Yeah. Alright, now we're going to move on to bag 5. And so far, it just looks like everything is kind of just separate. I didn't think did it show us how to put that on there? No, it just sits here. I'm assuming it probably goes on the side of that, I don't know. You probably can't see it. And yeah, not a whole lot in there. Yeah, the only way to get through these big sets, if you're starting out in bigger Lego builds like this, take frequent breaks. There's nothing, you don't need to get them all built in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day, you know. So. Okay. Well, I've seen those before. Yeah, that's in pristine condition. Too bad it's in blue. I've been looking for these tiles, these light blue ones. So, the transparent ones. And we got stairs and wow, that's something you don't see very often. 2x4 bricks, let alone purple. Alrighty. And let's get this one going here. So I'm just going to go ahead and break this down into a few. I'm thinking this is going to take 6 or 7 hours in total time. Taking your time, you know. So, okay, we're putting a bunch of these little cheese slopes on here. Reminds me of some of these guys who uses these to make mosaics. You know those hologram ones that you'd rotate, you'd see different images, like the 3D effect? Yeah. I don't have nearly enough to do a big mosaic, a small one maybe, but I miss doing mosaic builds. I used to do a bunch of those mosaics, portraits, self-portraits, and I used to do them for fans and stuff, and that usually never ends out well. Okay, we got to take this and put sticker 29 on there. And let's see here, 29. Always match it up with the picture too. And this one here goes in the top portion. So, like that. And that goes there. Yeah, I'm hoping to really start getting into the mock stuff again. But if I ever do decide to ditch tutorials, it'll just be mocks. The reviews, they would just be released when I'm allowed to. I don't want to go to review. I don't want to have a review channel. All right. I mean, just doing solid reviews. There's a lot of the. When you see the new communities swing in on the Ambassador Network, that's all I see now is more. Of course, I'm in the fan media, but all I see is news reviews, top 10 leaks, hauls, and drama videos. I'm like, oh, do we have to do any more of those? These are so plentiful on YouTube now. When I first got into LEGO, there was only like 3 channels that did sets like this. And now it's kind of so saturated. Yeah, I'm starting to post on Instagram again. I'm going to link up all those social medias on this channel too. Like I said, I got to do an overhaul on this channel, clean it up, get everything ready to go. And yeah, just to kind of mop it up, give myself a. So this winter, my homework is get a thumbnail and a banner put on the profile page. So we're going to start with sticker 67, and let's find the transparent sheet. All right, so we need sticker 67. I'm glad they had numbers, as I would not be able to read these. I notice LEGO now is starting to do more clear stuff. Because sometimes, so these are hard to put on. See, I got the fingerprints underneath. It just doesn't look good. Now I got to start dinging off points. So if it gets to be any more worse than that, I'll have to start doing it. Sticker number 66. Oh, and by the way, I do make mistakes in my reviews sometimes. This is just merely for fun. Now, I've had some that have kindly guided me, and I've had some that were rude. What do I do with the rude guys? I just block them. All right, and well, you guessed it, sticker number 65. Well, we've actually removed more stickers on this thing than anything else. Maybe not. Yeah, if you see speckles of paint on my hands, I was doing some painting as well as doing electrical. See, these are starting to get so crooked because you can't tell until they're placed down. I'm going to start dinging off, so right now we're like at a 9.8. This set may not have a good score because there's just too many stickers to put on. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to expect the set to probably be in a 6 or 7 range. We don't know yet. Now, LEGO was asking about an interview. Want me to interview some of their design teams. I don't know if I meant to record those or not. I don't know. I'll find out. It'd be kind of cool to share them. ask questions. I can't talk about anything else as they haven't given me permission on that yet. More stickers. I mean, look, it's more. There's more. And it's on a round brick too. Well, I may as well just knock this thing down to a 9 because usually those things are hard to get on there. Sticker number 25. Well, let's find the sheet that has 25 on it. That right there. I hate putting these on round bricks. I really do. I have a bunch of them, but it's just, I don't want to have to try to line these up, which I'm having a hard time trying to get that on there. See, it's going to get crooked. In fact, I couldn't even get the white color right. Yeah. If you're not a fan of stickers, trust me, this is, I mean, this is not even a scratch on it, and I got to put stickers on that little booger. That's sticker number 58. Yeah, you're going to need, I don't think we need that anymore. Maybe we'll just put this one over here. I don't know. I think that's Chinese, because I don't think it's Korean. Well, I got that one on there sort of straight. Okay, and that gets a tile. At least this tile's not getting defaced. Do I use these pieces? Not really. Blue is not a color I'd like to use. And this goes like that. Oh, it must be a sign or something. Okay, we're back to this thing again. And this goes on the front. There we go. Alright, so I think now we're going to be putting on the roof. Starting to get a little tired, so I think I'm going to kind of call it here after I get done with this bag. I think about an hour. So would I sit here for 2.5 hours? I could, but this is not due for quite some time. I'm going to just take my time on it here. Alrighty. Lego now, you make 1x2 piece. You make 1x2 pieces of these. Why are we using 1x1? So it doesn't bother me, but I need to get those. I need to get these in more colors anyways. I still remember that log cabin set that they sent me, the Alpine Lodge cabin. That's a build that I remember along with the spaceship and all that stuff. If you can remember a Lego set you built, you know that's a good build. Everybody's mileage will vary though. Right, and this goes on here. Okay. Yeah, but I'm so glad to be off work, but man, there was just so much drama today. I thought, man, I should have just stayed at work and not come home. Oh, well, there's actually a printed piece in here. Look at that. Wow, that's kind of cool. That's almost good if you wanted to make like a desert, not a desert, like a jungle ruin or something like that. Have that sitting in there. But it was just like today, it was just so miserable. I finally got all my evaluations and stuff done just to come home to hear drama. Make a long story short, just some pointless nonsense. You know, some people let their kids their kids are just entitled to have everything. And I had to work for my stuff. All right, well, we're gonna have to go back further here. My goodness, this thing's already getting tall here. I can't go up any higher, so the next video I'm going to have to raise this up here. Okay. Now this is the price to pay. We got more stairs. Reminds me of a Harry Potter set that had all those stairs in there. There we go. Got that out of the way. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Am I getting bored with this set? No, it's just getting tired. I'm only going to do so much. It's pretty good. I'm going to say it's probably a 9.7. We're almost done here. I'll tell you one thing though. Old people are just mean. It depends. Sorry if you're in that age range, but from my experience, it's not really a fun experience. Okay, I forgot to put some parts on. It's on top of here. So I guess we're supposed to simulate a skull like a Lego head. And that's how it is. And that's where we're going to wrap it up here with bag 5. And I'm going to say my score is a 9.7. And bag 6 looks like we start another portion of a build. So maybe bags. So for recap, bags 1 and 2 did this. Bag 3 did this. 4 and 5, I believe, did this. I'd have to rewatch the notes. And that's not too terribly bad. Let me get all the stickers in here. So for Summation of Thoughts, so far the build it's decent. But I have a feeling I think the number one killer on this set is going to be stickers. I think that's what's going to hurt this one. Is the abundance amount of stickers. This, no. But stickers, I mean, I understand maybe a sticker sheet, but 3 sticker sheets, that's just, I don't know what they were thinking there. It is what it is. And, oh, well, we're going to put a sticker on that big tile. Well, we know what's to come now. And yeah, now I got to do a thumbnail on this and start putting things together and then get the video processed. Well, at least I can take my notes on that. So I got to remember 9.7. Tell me what you think so far.